Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this explosive breakdown of one of the most shocking moments in daytime television history, Nicole Kidman being kicked off The View after a heated argument with Joy Behar. Picture this: say it's a crisp autumn morning in New York City, and the studio audience is buzzing with excitement as the iconic talk show kicks off another episode. The View, known for its lively discussions on politics, pop culture, and everything in between, has hosted countless celebrities over the years, but none quite like the elegant and poised Nicole Kidman. Fresh off her latest blockbuster film, where she portrays a fierce, independent woman fighting against societal norms, Nicole steps onto the set looking every bit the Hollywood royalty she is. Her golden locks cascade perfectly, her designer outfit screams sophistication, and her smile could light up the entire studio. The co-hosts say Whoopi Goldberg, Sarah Haynes, Sunny Hostin, Alyssa Fair-Griffin, and of course, the outspoken Joy Behar greet her with applause and warm hugs. Little do they know, this interview is about to take a turn no one saw coming. As the segment begins, Whoopi introduces Nicole, highlighting her illustrious career from her early days in Australian cinema to her Oscar-winning performances in films like Moulin Rouge and The Hours. Nicole graciously thanks the hosts and shares anecdotes about her latest project, emphasizing themes of empowerment and resilience. The conversation flows smoothly at first, touching on her family life with Keith Urban and their daughters, her philanthropic work, and even her thoughts on the current state of the film industry. But then, Joy Behar, never one to shy away from controversy, steers the discussion toward more personal territory. She probes Nicole about rumors surrounding her marriage, referencing tabloid headlines that have been swirling for months. Nicole, maintaining her composure, politely deflects, saying she prefers to keep her private life private. Joy presses on, joking about how celebrities like her often use public platforms to air their grievances, drawing a parallel to past guests who spilled all. The audience chuckles nervously, sensing the tension building. Nicole's smile fades slightly, but she responds with grace, explaining that vulnerability in acting doesn't always translate to real-life disclosures. Joy, perhaps misreading the room, doubles down, accusing Nicole of being too guarded and suggesting that true authenticity means burying it all on shows like theirs. This is where the first cracks appear. Nicole's eyes narrow, and she retorts that authenticity isn't about feeding the gossip machine. The other hosts try to intervene, with Sarah Haynes attempting to lighten the mood by asking about Nicole's skincare routine, but the damage is done. The exchange has shifted from friendly banter to something edgier, and the studio air thickens with anticipation. Viewers at home are glued to their screens, wondering if this is scripted drama or the real deal. As the commercial break approaches, Joy makes one final quip about Nicole's Ice Queen persona in interviews, which lands like a bombshell. Nicole, now visibly irritated, leans forward and says, "Joy, with all due respect, I've faced tougher critics than you in my career." The audience gasps, and Whoopi quickly wraps up the segment, promising more after the break. But behind the scenes during that break, whispers spread like wildfire. A producers huddle, publicists pace, and the decision is made that things have gone too far. When the show resumes, Nicole is nowhere to be seen, and Joy addresses the elephant in the room with a half-hearted apology, claiming it was all in good fun. Social media erupts immediately, with hashtags like #NicoleVsJoy and #KickedOffTheView trending worldwide. Fans of Nicole rally in her defense, praising her for standing her ground, while others side with Joy, calling Nicole oversensitive. This incident isn't just a blip, it sparks debates about boundaries in celebrity interviews and the role of hosts in pushing for sensationalism. In the hours following, Nicole's team releases a statement expressing disappointment but emphasizing her respect for the show. Joy, on her part, tweets a cryptic message about spirited discussions, fueling further speculation. As we dive deeper into this saga, let's explore the backstories that led to this clash. Nicole Kidman, born in Hawaii but raised in Australia, has always been the epitome of class. Her marriage to Tom Cruise thrust her into the spotlight, and their high-profile divorce taught her the value of privacy. Joy Behar, a comedian at heart, has built her career on sharp wit and unfiltered opinions, often courting controversy on The View. Their personalities, one reserved, the other boisterous, were a recipe for fireworks. Add to that the pressure of live TV, where every word is scrutinized, and you have the perfect storm. This event reminds us of similar blow-ups, like the infamous Rosie O'Donnell and Elizabeth Hasselbeck feud that once divided the panel. But unlike those, this involved a guest star, raising questions about guest treatment. As the dust settles, industry insiders speculate on the repercussions. Will Nicole ever return to The View? Will Joy face backlash from ABC executives? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. This argument has etched itself into talk show lore. Delving further into the prelude of this dramatic showdown, let's rewind to the weeks leading up to Nicole Kidman's appearance on The View. Promotions for her new film, a gripping thriller about betrayal and redemption, were in full swing, and booking on The View was seen as a golden opportunity to reach a broad audience of women who resonate with her strong female characters. Nicole's publicist coordinated meticulously, ensuring the topics stayed light and focused on her work rather than personal scandals. However, The View's producers, always hungry for ratings, hinted at wanting real talk, which often translates to probing questions. On the day of the taping, Nicole arrives early, greeting the crew with her signature warmth. Backstage, she chats with Whoopi about shared experiences in the industry, bonding over the challenges of aging in Hollywood. Joy Behar, preparing her notes, jots down questions about Nicole's recent interviews where she alluded to marital strains without specifics. The stage is set, lights dim, and the theme music plays. As Nicole settles into the hot seat, the initial vibe is positive. Sunny Hostin compliments her on her advocacy for women's rights, and Nicole shares inspiring stories from her UN ambassadorship. Alyssa Farah Griffin asks about balancing career and family, to which Nicole responds thoughtfully, mentioning how music from Keith helps her unwind. But Joy, sensing an opening, interjects with a pointed remark. "Nicole, you've been married to Keith for years, but lately, the rumors are flying. Care to set the record straight?" Nicole pauses, her expression shifting from amiable to guarded. She replies, "Joy, my marriage is sacred, and I don't discuss it lightly." Joy laughs it off, saying, "Come on, we're all friends here. Even I spill about my hubby on air." The audience titters, but Nicole's discomfort is palpable. Sarah tries to pivot to Nicole's fashion choices, but Joy persists, referencing a recent paparazzi photo that sparked divorce speculation. "Isn't it exhausting dodging these questions?" Joy asks. Nicole, her voice steady but firm, counters, "What's exhausting is the assumption that my personal life is public property." The tension escalates as Joy defends her line of questioning, claiming it's what viewers want. Whoopi interjects, "Let's keep it respectful, ladies." But the spark has ignited. Nicole elaborates on the invasive nature of fame, drawing from her past with Tom Cruise, where every detail was dissected. Joy, undeterred, quips, "Well, if you can't stand the heat, maybe stay out of the spotlight." This barb hits home, and Nicole fires back, "I've been in this industry longer than some hosts have been on TV, and I know when lines are crossed." The studio falls silent for a beat, then erupts in murmurs. During the break, producers rush in, conferring with the hosts. Nicole's team demands an apology, but Joy stands her ground, insisting it was harmless banter. The decision to remove Nicole from the remainder of the show is swift, cited as to de-escalate the situation. As Nicole exits the studio, flanked by security, paparazzi swarm outside, capturing her stoic expression. Back on air, the hosts address the absence awkwardly, with Joy saying, "Sometimes things get passionate, but we wish Nicole the best." The internet explodes. 8 Twitter threads analyze every frame, YouTube reactions pour in, and memes flood Instagram. Celebrities weigh in. Reese Witherspoon tweets support for Nicole, while some defend Joy's right to ask tough questions. This incident highlights the fine line between entertainment and intrusion in media. In retrospect, perhaps the clash was inevitable given their contrasting styles. Nicole, a method actor who immerses herself in roles, values depth over drama, whereas Joy thrives on provocation. The aftermath sees The View's ratings skyrocket, proving controversy sells. Nicole, in a subsequent interview, reflects philosophically, it's part of the game, but respect should always prevail. Joy, on her podcast, doubles down, calling it great TV. As we unpack this further, consider the broader implications for celebrity culture. Are stars fair game for personal grilling, or should boundaries be honored? This event joins a pantheon of talk show meltdowns, from Oprah's couch-jumping Tom Cruise to Ellen's toxic workplace revelations. But what sets this apart is the swift ejection, raising eyebrows about power dynamics on set. Did ABC side with their host over the guest? Insider sources leak that executives were divided, with some viewing Joy as untouchable. Meanwhile, Nicole's fans launch petitions for a boycott, though it's unlikely to stick. Keith Urban, ever the supportive spouse, posts a loving photo with Nicole, quelling divorce rumors temporarily. The saga continues to unfold, with tabloids milking every angle. Stay tuned as we explore the verbal volleys that led to the ultimate kickoff. Now, let's zoom in on the pivotal moments of the argument itself, dissecting the verbal sparring that turned a routine interview into a viral sensation. As the segment progressed post-break, the atmosphere was charged, but the show must go on. Nicole, still seated initially, fields questions from Sunny about her upcoming projects, including a highly anticipated series on Netflix. She speaks passionately about the role, drawing parallels to real-world issues like gender inequality. But Joy, perhaps feeling the earlier exchange unresolved, circles back with, "Nicole, you talk about empowerment, but dodging personal questions. Isn't that disempowering your fans who look up to you?" Nicole's response is measured. "Empowerment comes from choice, Joy, and I choose privacy." The audience applauds sporadically, split in allegiance. Joy leans in, her comedic timing sharpening into critique. Choice, or just Hollywood PR spin? We've had guests bare their souls here. Nicole counters sharply, and some regret it later. I'm not one for regret. The back and forth intensifies, with Joy accusing Nicole of elitism, saying, "Not everyone has your perfect life to hide." Nicole, her Australian accent thickening with emotion, retorts, "Perfect? You have no idea the battles I've fought off camera." Whippy attempts mediation. "Ladies, let's agree to disagree." But the floodgates open. Nicole elaborates on media scrutiny's toll, referencing her children's privacy and past traumas. Joy interrupts, "Trauma? Try being a comedian in today's PC world." The irony isn't lost on viewers, as laughs mix with gasps. Sarah chimes in supportively for Nicole, but Alyssa sides subtly with Joy, noting public figures owe transparency. The debate spirals into chaos, voices overlapping. Nicole stands up midway, declaring, "This isn't an interview, it's an interrogation." Joy shoots back, "Sit down, we're not done." That's the breaking point. A producer's signal cut to commercial, but the mix catch Nicole muttering, "I'm done here." Security escorts her off as the audience buzzes. Post-ejection, the panel reconvenes without her, Joy quipping, "Well, that was lively." To diffuse tension, the clip goes viral within minutes, amassing millions of views. Analysts break it down frame by frame. Body language experts note Nicole's crossed arms signaling defense, Joy's forward lean indicating aggression. Psychologists weigh in on clash of personalities. Introvert versus extrovert, reserved versus confrontational. The incident sparks think pieces in outlets like Variety and The Hollywood Reporter, questioning if The View has gone too far in pursuit of drama. Former guests share similar experiences, anonymously criticizing Joy's style. Nicole, in Damage Control, posts on Instagram a serene photo with a caption about grace under pressure. Her fans flood comments with solidarity, while detractors call her diva-like. Joy, unapologetic, appears on late-night shows joking about the Kidman kerfuffle. ABC issues a statement promoting respectful dialogue, but no formal apology. Ratings soar 30%, proving the adage "no publicity is bad publicity." This event echoes past controversies, like Barbara Walters' tough interviews, but in the social media era, repercussions are amplified. Nicole's career, far from damaged, sees a sympathy boost, With her film opening to record numbers, Joy gains edgier fans but loses some moderates. Broader discussions emerge on mental health and entertainment. Does constant probing contribute to celebrity breakdowns? Advocates push for better guidelines in talk shows. As the story evolves, leaked audio from the break reveals heated words, Nicole demanding respect, Joy defending her role. Producers' panic is evident in frantic calls. In hindsight, perhaps a pre-interview agreement on topics could have prevented this, but where's the fun in that for ratings-driven TV? The saga underscores the entertainment industry's hunger for conflict, often at personal cost. Moving forward, Nicole vows to choose appearances wisely, favoring podcasts over live TV. Joy, ever resilient, teases a tell-all book chapter on the incident. Fans speculate on a reunion episode. Unlikely, but dramatic. This argument isn't just gossip, it's a mirror to society's fascination with celebrity vulnerability. As we continue, let's examine the public backlash and support that followed. In the wake of Nicole Kidman's abrupt exit from The View, the public reaction was swift and divided, turning the incident into a cultural touchstone. Social media platforms lit up like Christmas trees, with #TeamNicole trending alongside #JoyBeharQueen. Supporters of Nicole praised her for asserting boundaries, sharing stories of their own encounters with invasive questioning. One viral tweet read, "Nicole Kidman just taught us all how to say no to nosy hosts queen behavior." Celebrities like Meryl Streep and Oprah Winfrey subtly endorsed her via likes and shares. On the flip side, Joy's fans defended her journalistic zeal, arguing that tough questions are part of the job. A popular Reddit thread debated, is Joy Behar a bully or just bold? With thousands of upvotes, mainstream media jumped in. CNN ran segments on talk show ethics, while Fox News spun it as liberal bias against conservatives, though Joy's politics aligned more left. Late-night hosts had a field day. Jimmy Fallon impersonated the argument. Stephen Colbert analyzed it satirically. The View's official account posted a clip with a caption encouraging debate, boosting engagement. Nicole's silence initially fueled speculation, but her first post-incident interview on a friendly podcast revealed hurt feelings. "I went there to promote my work, not defend my life." Joy, in a radio spot, laughed it off. "It's TV. Folks say sometimes it gets real." Legal experts pondered if defamation suits were possible, but none materialized. The economic impact was notable as The View's ad revenue spiked. Sponsors clamored for spots. Nicole's film saw a 15% box office bump from curiosity. Merchandise popped up. T-shirts with "Kicked Off the View" slogans. Psychologists on news shows discussed the psychology of confrontation, noting adrenaline's role in escalating words. Feminists hailed Nicole as a role model for women standing up to authority, while critics called it entitlement. International coverage varied. Australian outlets sided with their native star. UK tabloids sensationalized it further. A petition for Joy's firing garnered 50,000 signatures but went nowhere. ABC executives reportedly held meetings on host training for sensitivity. Former View co-hosts like Rosie O'Donnell tweeted support for Joy, recalling their own clashes. The incident inspired parodies on SNL, with Kate McKinnon as Nicole and Adie Bryant as Joy. Viewer polls showed 60% blamed Joy, 40% Nicole. This divide reflected broader societal splits on privacy versus publicity. As days passed, the heat cooled, but the memory lingered. Nicole attended events with head high, Keith by her side, dispelling rumors. Joy continued hosting unfazed, even referencing the event in monologues. The saga boosted both careers. Ironically, Nicole landed more serious roles. Joy a comedy special. Lessons learned? Perhaps more pre-vetting of questions. But in entertainment, controversy is currency. This event joins infamous moments like Kanye West's Taylor Swift interruption or Charlie Sheen's meltdowns. Analyzing deeper, it exposes the performative nature of talk shows. Scripted yet spontaneous. Guests like Nicole expect promotion. Hosts like Joy seek sparks. When mismatched, fireworks ensue. Public fascination stems from schadenfreude watching elites squirm. In a post-Me Too era, it raises consent in conversations. Nicole's advocates push for no personal questions clauses in contracts. Joy's camp argues authenticity demands openness. The debate rages on forums, podcasts, articles. Ultimately, this argument humanized both women, Nicole as relatable in frustration, Joy as unyieldingly herself.